In this video, I'll show you how to remove shadows in Affinity. Let's get started. If you'd like to follow along with me, I've left a download link to the photo that I'll be using in the video description. To get started, let's apply a curves adjustment to brighten things up. To brighten up the photo, I'll just click and drag on the spline, and then I'll close out of this. You can see that this has brightened the entire photo. But by doing that, the highlights in this photo look way too bright. We can remove that brightness from the highlight areas by using blend ranges. To open blend ranges, just click on this gear icon. By using this graph right here, we can lower the shadows node or the highlights node to change what's visible on this layer. So for example, if I lower this shadows node, you can see that our bright curves adjustment is no longer affecting the shadows. And if I lower this highlights node, you can see our bright curves adjustment is no longer being applied to the highlights. In this case, I like how this looks. We've brought back detail in the highlight areas. So I'm going to adjust my graph just like this. Then I'll close out of this. And you can see what this looked like before and after. You can see the lighting is much softer and brighter on our subject, and I really like how that looks. But if you look at the background, we've lost a lot of detail in the shadows back there. So to finish this off, I want to paint this curves adjustment so that it's only being applied to our subject. To do this, we can invert this layer with Command or Control-I. So now that we have this black mask covering this curves adjustment, we can paint in white paint on our subject to reveal the curves adjustment again. I'll grab the paintbrush tool, and I'll make sure I'm painting with 0% hardness and a lower flow. Then I'm going to switch my paint color to white, and I'll just make sure this is 100% white. It should say 100 right here, so yours might look like this. Bring it down. And now we're ready to paint. So I'm just going to paint this over our subject, but I'll try to avoid painting over the background. Now, if you do paint over the background, you can actually fix this by switching to black paint, and then you can paint to remove that brightness. So black paint will hide the curves adjustment, while white paint will reveal the curves adjustment. With that painting done, now we can see what this looked like before and after. We've brightened up the subject, removing those dark shadows, while keeping the dark shadows in the background. I think this looks really nice. And with that, now you know how to remove shadows in your photos. If you enjoyed this video, I'll leave a link in the video description to my free Affinity course. In the course, you'll learn 10 simple steps to make any photo amazing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Affinity Revolution tutorial.